hard to capture. Extravagant, resurrect the track and it's militant. And I react like a convict and start killing. It's manifesting. The gods work like appliances, dealing in my psyche.
Yo, what's going on everybody? It's your boy Naruto Explained here, bringing you guys another discussion in regards to Boruto Chapter 45. So for the anime only fans, this is the time of the month where a majority of the content on the channel is going to be spoiler heavy. Over 80% of the content on the channel is spoiler free, and by the time you guys see this video, I will have had a playlist set up that is strictly for Boruto manga spoilers. It's going to be separate from the playlist that you guys get called Boruto Talk, which is basically a lot of Boruto related videos. So with all that being said, if you're still here, I'm gonna assume you're okay with me talking about spoilers. So as I was rereading Boruto Chapter 45, or like a lot of people like to call it, Amado giving us a crash course on the Otsutsuki clan and the God Tree, telling us a bunch of stuff that we already knew from the Naruto manga, with a few small things added to make things a little bit different. So some of it is new information, but the thing is as I was rereading everything, the thing that kind of got me interested was the fact that if you go back to the previous chapter, he said, I have stuff to tell you about the Otsutsuki. And the thing is when Sasuke starts pressing, asking all these questions, Amado says like, well, we can get to all that in a second, but I need to basically add more context. And once he said that, the thing that popped into my head was that scene on the moon between Toneri and Urashiki. And I know when it comes to Urashiki, you know, the fandom likes to pretend that this guy does not exist. I even joke with some of my friends who read Naruto. I like to tell them like, hey, when it comes to Urashiki is basically the Voldemort of the Naruto / Boruto universe, where fans are like all the wizards. You know, Harry Potter, where they say, oh, he's he who must not be named. That's kind of how we treat Urashiki. He was just so terrible that we try to pretend that he doesn't exist. But if you go back to Urashiki's confrontation with Toneri, the thing that we find out is that Urashiki says like, yeah, the main branch already knows what you did. They know that you did something to that Byakugan woman's child, and they're well aware of what you've done. And he says, I don't have the authority to actually punish you. And that's when it kind of popped in my head like, okay, like they've been planting seeds in both the anime and the manga that there's some type of Otsutsuki clan king who is out there. And the thing that kind of got me on this, the thing that kind of got me is when you look at Isshiki Otsutsuki, a lot of people think that, well, if Kaguya is a princess, then Ishiki's gotta be some type of a king. I'm going to disagree with you there. I don't think that Isshiki is going to be the Otsutsuki clan king. I think that that's something that, if this pans out to be true, I think that that is a long game. I think that is a long game scenario, kind of like how when you look at the MCU, how they built Thanos up for 10 years basically, and then when you look at what they're doing, there's signs that they're building up towards a King the Conqueror for something to be used later on. So I mean, characters like that, you don't just throw them out after 1 to 2 years. These are characters that you build up towards. Like, you plant the groundwork, you plant the seeds for them. Galactus is another character that you could look at. You plant the seeds for them, and then you come back with them later on. Now, with the Otsutsuki clan king, I think that when you look at everything we know about the Otsutsuki clan, there are clear signs that there is a hierarchy there. And I'm going to be working on a video going in detail, breaking down the hierarchy of the Otsutsuki clan. I think there's enough information to actually do it, and I'm going to do it in a way to where anime only fans aren't going to get spoiled by what's going on in the manga, but I am going to allude to stuff in the manga. But the idea of an Otsutsuki clan king being brought into the story, I think that we're working towards that, because let's look for a second, okay? In the Naruto franchise, Kaguya gets dumped in our laps literally like within the last, I want to say the last 50 chapters of the Naruto manga. Kaguya was first name dropped by Madara. There was no foreshadowing of Kaguya before that, and then in the manga you got no explanation of why she came to Earth outside of what Madara said and a few things that Hagoromo kind of dropped in your lap. There was no flashback to Kaguya falling in love with that human that you got in the filler arc in the anime. None of that stuff was actually in the manga, and so all of it felt rushed. Ever since Kaguya's been introduced, let's look at it for a second. We've been introduced to Toneri Otsutsuki, we've been introduced to Urashiki Otsutsuki, we've been introduced to Momoshiki, Kinshiki, and now we have Isshiki. So literally we've had 5 Otsutsuki clan clan members get brought into the story since Kaguya was defeated. That's a sudden rush, and given the fact that they were able to sense, like Momoshiki, Kinshiki, and Urashiki, they were able to sense the fact that something was wrong in Kaguya's quadrant, that things have not progressed in the way that they need to. You already have the main branch that is aware that Boruto is alive on Earth, that people on Earth have chakra, that Toneri violated clan rules. The fact that you have the main branch already aware and keeping tabs on this quadrant, I think that sooner or later you're going to be in a situation where they're going to look at it and they're going to say, okay, we lost Momoshiki. If what I suspect about Momoshiki is true, I definitely think that Momoshiki is some type of higher up in the clan, whether he be royalty or whether he be someone who has esteem in that clan itself, like maybe like an oligarch or something in the clan. But regardless, I think that they're gonna look at all this stuff and say, we've lost 6 clan members since Kaguya. We've lost 6 clan members, and these people have chakra. There's no chakra fruit that's been developed because every time we try to plant a god tree, the god tree ends up being destroyed. I think there's gonna be a point where that Otsutsuki clan king basically pulls a Thanos, similar to how Thanos gets the gauntlet out of the safe and says, okay, the hell with it, I'll do it myself. I think that there's gonna be a similar situation here. I think that sooner or later you're gonna have that Otsutsuki clan king basically say screw it and come down to earth himself, and I think that that's gonna be the long game. I definitely think that we could have a situation where you have an Otsutsuki clan invasion, or if you want to go a little Naruto in space, basically you could have a situation where Naruto and Sasuke using Boruto's Jogan, which we do know is able to open up portals to other dimensions, is able to go directly to the Otsutsuki clan king, because Boruto's eye is supposed to be special even among the Otsutsuki clan. So it's gonna be interesting to see how that goes, but I want to know from you guys, how do you guys feel about the possibility of an Otsutsuki clan king? And are you like me? Do you think that Isshiki Otsutsuki is not actually the king of the Otsutsuki clan, or do you hold on to that theory that he is? Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. But as always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. Have an awesome day, guys.